my night, boys. Yeah! Good on you, Thomas Burgess! Good on you, Tommy! South Sydney! Yes! Yes! Go! Yes! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! Go! Go! Yes! 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 Go! Yeah! Yeah! Good on you, Joy! Let's go, boys! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! Go! Go! Yes! Yes! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Cody, and tonight, for the first time in a few months, I'm going live on YouTube to give you my 2024 NRL ladder prediction video. The season has ended for just less than 2 weeks ago now, and can't believe to say, but 2024 has come to a close too quick very soon. But with the season over and done with, and currently with the Pacific Championship / Pacific Bowl happening at the moment, that's the last bit of rugby league for this year. But tonight, I'm gonna give you my live reaction to my 2024 ladder video. Obviously, did one for last year, and that was very successful. But this year, I can probably remember a few ladder predictions from this year, but it's not going to be good. But before we get into the video, guys, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Hope we can get there by the start of 2024. And I would love to acknowledge the live chat. So let's see who we have in the chat at the moment. So good evening to Jason Marina. Hello, Josh Rebels 2024. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm sure more people will roll in as we go through the stream. So we will go from 17th to first place with who I predicted this year. I already can remember who I got for 17th last year, and let's just say, or this year rather, it's not the West Tigers, but you guys might be in for a surprise who I had for the spoon for this year. But as well, guys, don't forget to like the stream. Just like Josh said, like the stream. I'm doing well, bro. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing good. Josh, I know it's been a while since I've done the stream, and also, guys, I hope you enjoying the new intro. That's going to be my new channel intro for 2025 for all future videos going forward and future streams. Anyways, without further ado, enough of me talking. Let's get into my 2024 ladder prediction reaction, and hopefully it is loud so you guys can hear it. All right, without further ado, let's do it. 17th, it's going to be a different team this time. It's not going to be the Tigers doing a free peat. The team I'm going to get the wooden spoon for 2024 is the St George Illawarra Dragons. Okay, so I had the St George Illawarra Dragons coming 17th. Been going at the start of the year after they had a terrible season last year, finishing, I think it was second last, almost getting that spoon. We all thought that Dragons would have another shit season, or at least I thought they would. With the Ben Hart situation, a lot of players at the time not doing well under the coach of Shane Flanagan, but obviously this year was an improvement for the Dragons, and for what Flanagan did with the Dragons this year, I think Dragons have done well this year, despite finishing 11th, almost getting into the top 8. But obviously not a good start there. But hopefully we'll get better as soon as we go through the rest of it. But anyway, let's move on to 16th. So not a bad one to start with, but not a good one to start either.
I'm a Benji Marshall. Obviously, I am talking about the West. Get a bit better. They'll get better.
Sorry, guys. Just skip
Now
a bit
coming
there.
in at 16, this is a team
Right.
who have been starting to get a bit better. They'll get better over the years. They are under the new coach of a legend in the name of Benji Marshall. Obviously, I am talking about the West Tigers, who are currently the back-to-back wooden spooners. Now,
Okay, so I had the Tigers just one position above where they actually finished this year. We all thought Tigers wouldn't get the bloody spoon this year, and obviously the Tigers have still not. I mean, they've brought in good players. That's the good thing, but obviously they're still struggling. At least they got more wins this year. They had another 2 more wins than they did last year. But Tigers are definitely getting better, even with the signings of Luai, Taruva from Penrith, and a few others as well. They should do better a lot like next year, but let's not get our expectations up that high just yet. We'll see how the off season continues with the club, and hopefully we'll see the Tigers do not a full peat. What Penrith did this year, which is a good thing, but let's hope the Tigers don't get a full peat for a bad thing. Surely, I mean, I think Tigers will still finish in the bottom 4 next year, but they will definitely improve. But anyways, I had the West Tigers in 16th. Let's move on to 15th place, and I think this is going to be my most shocking one first.
going to have a downfall of a season, and this team right here,
No,
did
15th.
not win a single game 13 plus or more, only one between 1 and 12 for each game last year. The first team to do that ever, I believe, as well. Coming in 15th, I've got the Canberra Raiders. Now, you might.
Ooh, okay. So I had the Raiders finishing in 15th. Now, obviously, they snuck into the top 8 last year, and with their, like I just pointed out, they only won like games 1 to 12 in that last year. They did eventually win 13 plus. I think with their aging squad and a lot of the players who had signed, like even Strange K Weeks, I didn't think they would do that well this year. How wrong I was with the Raiders, but no, Raiders they had a decent season in the end, at least towards the back end of the season, picking up huge wins over the Roosters and the Panthers, which I mean they weren't expected to win those games, the Raiders, but bloody hell, they put on great performances. They just did it too little, too late for them to make a move to the top 8. But Raiders finishing the 10th this year. I believe they finished 10th, so only a few spots above. So that wasn't the one I was thinking about. That I was going to do horrible, but I think the next one will definitely shock everyone. So the Dragons 17th, 6 spots went higher. Tigers only 1 spot above, and Canberra 5 spots below. So not too bad at the moment. But let's move on to the last team more who I had in the bottom 4.
The Bulldogs, and from 4 years ago.
All right, just mentioned it, but
with drugs, or I'm talking about the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Now,
okay, so this is the biggest ones I got wrong. We all thought the Dogs were overhyped last year, which, let's be honest, they were. They had signed all these great players, but last year was just was like a note off or something like that. And then this year, they finally broke their losing streak of not making the finals. They finished in 6th place and exit the first week of the finals. Now, guaranteed, whether they won the finals game or not against Manly, it's still a great achievement for the Dogs and their fan bases. They've been clamouring to make a finals appearance in years, and they made it this year. Took them 8 seasons, but good on the Bulldogs. So I got them 8 spots above what I thought they would finish, but. No, that was definitely good. These were one of the ones I wasn't too sure the Dogs were gonna one of the few ones I didn't think that would happen this year. But there you go. Now let's see. Let's see if they have a one year syndrome where they make the finals 1 year and then next year they will miss out. But we'll have to see. So that's the bottom four. I had Dragons, Tigers, Raiders, and Bulldogs. Only the Tigers one was the closest one so far. But we're not doing too bad. Now we move on to 13th and
Can make the top 8 and just miss out. But the first team here coming in 13th, who did get the bottom 4 last year, just. Now the team I've got here, the team here I'm talking about, who pretty much has not recruited at all. This is the Gold Coast Titans I'm talking about. I reckon they will.
Okay, so I had the Titans finishing in 13th this year. Not bad. They were one spot above when they finished in 14th this year. But that was not a good one in there. There was a lot of talks that Titans were going to do better this year. In their parts of the season, they were very close to the 8, but it all fell away in the end. But no, so one spot above, but not too bad for that one. And I thought Titans would just finish where they did this year, and yeah, pretty much got it right. Let's go through the chat first before we continue. Hello, Jason says I had Tigers 15th, Raiders 13th. What about Para? Para will be coming very soon, Johnny. Hello, RC Bunny Sky 21. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, Bulldogs 16th. Oh, well, that's massive. Well, we got that both wrong, boy. But that's funny to hear.
Something like that.
All right, now we move on to 12th.
I'm talking about the Cronulla Sharks.
Okay. Alright, so another one. The Sharks finished in the top 4 this year. I had them finishing 12th, and they finished 3rd. So fourth. Sorry, they finished 4th. Sorry, not 3rd. So 8 spots. Oh my god, that's two. That's 2 now. That's by 8 positions or more. We didn't get it right. Honestly, similar reason with Canberra. I thought Sharks. Before their finals explosion in the second week, I thought they wouldn't win a finals game this year. In which look at the last few years, they went out in the first or second week of the finals, and then this year they finally broke it. And this year the Sharks definitely had the best year starting this year. They started their first, I think, 10 or 11 games 10-1, and then in the Origin period they slimmed down a bit, but they managed to finish in the top 4, and not just Hines, but Brandon Trindle and Hines in the halves. They were doing very well. The Sharks they were doing well with the Sharks this year, and I think with the Sharks next year, with the addition of Fanua Blake, I think they're going to be a more dangerous team. So we'll see how the Sharks will go in 2025.
Place I do have. For the second year.
Another terrible one, but
I've got them finishing.
Hopefully, gets better from here.
Yeah, coming in 11th place, I do have the Dolphins. Yeah.
Okay, so Dolphins in 11th. I think they finished in 10th this year, which wasn't that bad off. I mean, I knew the Dolphins would have a better season in their second season than last year, but I was only one spot off. That's crazy. A lot of people had the Dolphins in the bottom 4 this year, which, I think how they went this year, at least at the start of the year, they were in the top 4, and then they slowly fell out of flavor, and they just fell out of the top 8, making way for the Knights to make the top 8. So, although Dolphins didn't make the 8 this year, they still had a better season than last year under Wayne Bennett. And let's see how the Dolphins will go under their new coach. I forgot what his name is, but let's see how they go under. He was the assistant coach to Wayne Bennett, and he will take over because Bennett's come to the Bunnies. But let's see how we go.
In 11th. Now coming in at 10th place, This one, the next lot of ones were very tricky as some of these teams could make the top 8, but some of them I reckon they couldn't. Coming in at 10th place is a team that just missed out on the top 8 after making the 2022 grand final. I've got the Parramatta Eels coming in at 10th.
Okay, another bad call there. At Parramatta finishing in 10th. Well, we all knew Parramatta would have a struggle of the season. I didn't think they would finish where they were with the sacking of Brad Arthur. Just after we sacked our coach, and they got the new coach under Jason Bowles next year, and there's reports of players wanting to leave the club and not work under him. We've already seen RCG; he's already signed with the Titans, and yeah, so I think Parramatta this year would just they were in all sorts. I mean, obviously, I thought they would expect to be better and finish around the top 8 this year, but obviously didn't think enough clearly. But not a bad choice there. That's just horrible. And
Now, this one,
let's see who we got in 9th. So the team who I think wouldn't make the 8, but they did in the end.
Surprised if they do make the top 8.
Yeah, the Eels
But I'm
notification.
missing
Oh,
intent.
golly, bro.
Now we move on to the final decision of the bottom 9.
This one's going to
This
be another
team,
shocking
I
one.
reckon, will finish in 9th place. This team only just made it into the top 8 after beating my team last year. I am talking about my arch rivals, the Sydney Scum.
Okay, so the Roosters, the Scums, of course. Obviously, I was only being a bitch, and I didn't think they would make it this year. I was being biased about this one. But putting my bias aside, Roosters did a phenomenal job to make the top 4 after they had just made it into the top 8 last year after beating my boys in the last round last year. But no, obviously just being a bias idiot to not think about strategically and keep your bias to your side. But other than that, good on the Roosters making the top 8 this year. And now we move into the top 8, who I think would finish in the top 8. We've got a lot of these wrong. So Roosters made the 8, Sharks made the 8, Dogs, and that was it. So I only had 3 teams wrong. Outside of my top 8 who actually made it. So let's see how we go for the rest of the top 8.
24 final series. Coming in 8th place.
Right,
This team
8th place.
went on a lengthy winning streak, winning 10 or 11 in a row. They were considered not making the top 8 by around 15, 16 last year, but they somehow made it and finished in 5th place. I've got the Newcastle Knights coming in at
Bang on. I got my first one correct. I had the Knights finishing in 8th place, and they finished 8th this year. So first bang on correct prediction. I didn't expect the Knights to make the 8. I mean, like I just said last year, they finished off with 10 in a row before losing to the Warriors in the semi-final. A lot of people had them around the bottom 4 and missing out on the 8. I was one of those lucky few. I was really close to not make the Knights make the 8 this year, but oh boy, how lucky I was with that one. Bang on that one. I know the Knights didn't deserve to make the 8 this year, but that was so lucky with that one. But that's our first one correct. Now let's move on to 7th.
He's gone to another Sydney club. I'm talking about Luke Brooks and the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. 7th place, I've got the Manly Sea Eagles.
All right, Manly finishing in 7th. Another one I got correct as well. So that's 2 in a row. How I had Manly coming 7th. They finished in 7th. I think obviously after missing out the last 2 years, would think Manly would have a stronger year. Other than the draw they had against the Warriors, Manly had an outstanding season. Yeah, Turbo went down injured throughout the middle portion of the season, but that didn't really affect them, and they finally back. They finally found their form and made their way back to the top 8. So not a bad one, and a shocking one. I got that one correct as well. So that's 2 in a row. Let's see if we can go for 3 in a row. Can't believe it. It's just funny. All right, 6th place now.
Who did not make the top 8 last year and was one of the more disappointing teams to watch in 2023. I've got the North Queensland Cowboys coming in at 6th place.
Okay, so the Cowboys, I had them finishing in 6th. They did make the 8 after missing out last year. They finished 5th, so I was one spot below it, but still another, still another good selection regardless. Cowboys they started the year 3-0, then they went on a losing streak, and then after the midway point of the season, they just win, lost, win, and yeah, they made the top 8 again, and Cowboys have lost a lot of experience after this year with Cole Falcon in the Super League and Valentine Holmes signing with the Dragons. So it's gonna be interesting to see who will be their wingers and centers going into 2025. Hello, Vincent Spears Music. Hope you're doing well, mate. Has been a while. Hope you're doing well, bro. And Jason, you had immediately 8th. Cowboys 4th. Ooh, not bad, bro. Had them 6th. Vincent had Cowboys 8th. Not too bad. At least they made the 8 for you boys. Knights 12th. Roosters 5th. Eagles 9th. Dolphins 11th. Sharks 10th. Not bad, Jason. All right. Now we move on to the last team who I think just were just going to miss out on finishing the top 4. Let's see.
Full season for the first time ever in 2023. They finished in 15th in 2022. They finished in 4th place.
I think we all know who it is.
Returned to New Zealand for a full season for the first time ever. And they got a new nickname for the Wars. I am talking about the New Zealand Warriors, finishing in 5th place.
Oh my god. Where do I start from here? Warriors making the top 4 for the first time in a long time. First finals appearance since 2018. And then this year, one hit season wonders. They finished in 13th. That's shocking. That's another bad one there. Had them finishing in 5th. What was I thinking? And we all thought the Warriors would recapture that magic this year after what they did last year, but oh my god, that's just horrible. Let's just move on to the top 4 because this next one is going to be next two at least are going to be the worst. So there's 2 more to come that will be the worst. All right, top 4, babe. Top 4 now, guys.
The Warriors finishing in 5th.
Yeah, I was so.
Now we move on to the top 4. These are the 4 teams in order who I think will finish in the top 4 for 2024. Now,
Oh boy,
coming in at 4th place, I have my boys, the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Now,
okay. Obviously, there's bias thrown in there. You want to make your team make the top 8 for each year. Going into the start of this year, we all thought that the Bunnies would have a better season after shockingly missing out last year, finishing in 9th. But a lot of injuries, sacking of our coach, stuff behind the scenes that still lingered from last year at the start of the year. Oh, what a disappointment. Having us finishing in 4th, finishing 9th last year, to second last in 16th this year. That is definitely by far the worst one in this ladder prediction. I got wrong 12 spots. What the fuck? And that's a South supporter. I want to forget about this season and let's just move on to next year and hopefully we can do better. If we don't, I don't know what I'm going to do. ladies and gentlemen. But
They're falling out in the
uh,
team. That's the
that is by far the worst one, definitely. Even this next one, even though they flopped this year, it was not as bad as that one, but wow. I had the Warriors 6. I had the Rabbits as my mind premise. Oh my god, Jason. Oh jeez. That's not good, bro. But yeah, we saw how fucked the Rabbits were this year, and that's come from a Rabbit supporter. But let's move on before anything gets worse.
priceless all.
All
They
right,
missed out on the top 8 in
third place.
2023. I meant that 2022, finishing in from the top
This
4,
one's very
falling
obvious.
out in the last 4 rounds. I am talking about the Bristol Broncos, who should have won the grand final.
Okay, Brisbane. I had them in third. They were doing good at start, and they choke, and they finished 12th after making the grand final last year. Like, this is the first time in so many years we're seeing either the grand finalists or the premiership winner and the runner up not make the top 8 or fall out of the top 8 in a long time. I can't recall the last time. I think the last time the team that made the grand final and didn't make the 8 the following year, I think that was the Cowboys in 2017. 2018 after they made the grand final in 2017 against Melbourne. So Brisbane, biggest chokes of last year, should have won the grand final. Even if they did win and beat Penrith in the grand final, they would have missed out this year. Luckily, it wasn't worse. It would have been twice as worse if they had won last year and missed out this year. But one of the most disappointing teams this year. That's definitely my second worst alongside the Rabbitohs. 9 spots. Ah, that is so rubbish. But last 2 at least, they're going to be good. Hopefully, I didn't mix them up.
We said it last year, but that wasn't the case.
Second
I'm
place.
talking about the Melbourne Storm, who somehow still make the top 4 despite losing a lot of experience.
Okay, so I had Melbourne finishing in second, 1 spot off, and they won the minor premiership, their first one since 2021. They had a domination of the year, making to their first grand final since 2020 to be beaten by Penrith 14-6. Nothing more to say. Let's move on to who I thought had finished first.
Top 8 spot,
But
losing a lot of experience.
It's obvious who finished first, who I think finished first, and they won this year.
So the Panthers, I mean, there are the teams that I mentioned
And yes,
as well, like the Storm, Broncos.
I had Panthers finishing in first,
or even the Warriors, but
they finished
I don't
second,
see anyone
and they've
getting
won
the Penrith this
1,
year.
2, 3,
But
4 in a row,
to my
back to back to
finals,
back to back.
I will talk about Penrith then. The Panthers,
Wow. So Melbourne Penrith won off. Manly and Knights spot on. So 2 out of 17 teams. I mean, that is something. Biggest shock is the Bulldogs making their first finals appearance since 2017 or 2016. I had them in 14th. I had the Sharks missing out on the 8, and so did the Roosters, and they finished 3rd and 4th respectively. And but no, other than that, I think my prediction ladder for this year was okay to say the least. Brisbane and Rabbitohs and the Warriors, they are the 3 worst, obviously, for this year. And Bulldogs are definitely the biggest shock. From finishing in the bottom 4 to finishing in 6th place from last year to this year. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Here is my ladder. Here is my ladder. This is how I predicted it. And obviously, I got 2 out of 17 teams correct. But yeah, it was fun doing the ladder prediction video. It's definitely one of the most funnest things to do before the season starts. And obviously, I'm going to be doing my 2025 ladder prediction around January, February next year, just before the trials will kick off. If we get any, which I believe we do. But I'll just go through it once again, guys, from 17th to 1st. So in 17th, I had the Dragons, 16th, Tigers, 15th Raiders, 14th Bulldogs, Gold Coast 13th, Sharks 12th, Dolphins 11th, Eels 10th, Roosters 9th, 8th Knights, 7th Manly, 6th Cowboys, 5th Warriors, 4th Rabbitohs, 3rd Broncos, 2nd Melbourne, and of course, first place to Penrith. But not a bad ladder prediction I did there, you guys. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. First live stream I've done in months, and probably be the last one I did this year, but we'll see how we go. But anyways, guys, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, going for about 30 minutes, which I expected for that to happen. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and I've got more content coming out in the next few weeks. While the off season is dwindling on, still got another 4 or 5 months to go. The draw is expected to be announced sometime in the middle of November, and I will, of course, be doing a live reaction of the 2024-25 NRL draw. So there'll be at least one more live stream to finish up 2024. But anyways, guys, thank you to all in the live chat. It was good to see you guys once again. I know it has been a while since we haven't talked in a live stream or in a video, but it's good to see people join the stream, and hope you guys will enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. And just like Jason said, good luck next season. Yep. And to everyone who's watching or who will watch this after the stream ends, good luck to your team next year. Let's hope your ladder prediction for this year was better than mine, but we'll see. But anyways, guys, I will just play the intro one more time if you guys have just joined or something, and this will be my intro going forward. Anyways, guys, I'm just going to play my intro again. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye for now. I know, boys. Yeah! Good on you, Thomas Burgess! Good on you, Tommy! South Sydney! Yes! Yes! Go! Yes! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! Go! Go! Yes! 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 Go! Yeah! Yeah! Good on you, Joy! Let's go, boys!